You understand English, but can't speak. Start talking today. Part 1. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk to you directly, not as a teacher, but as someone who understands your struggle. Tell me honestly, do you understand English when you listen, but when it is your turn to speak, your mind becomes empty? If yes, then comment below, "This is me," because this video is exactly for you. And today, something is going to change. You are not alone. You are not slow. You are not bad at English. But something is stopping you, something invisible. You watch videos, you understand, you read, you learn words. But when you open your mouth, nothing comes out. And slowly you start feeling something dangerous. You start feeling that maybe English is not for you. But listen to me very carefully. That feeling is wrong, completely wrong. There is one simple truth that most people never tell you. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a thinking problem. Yes, your brain is still thinking in your own language, and then trying to translate into English. And in that moment, everything breaks. Your confidence breaks. Your speed breaks. Your voice stops. But today, we are going to change this pattern. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. And I want you to stay with me till the end because I will not just motivate you, I will show you exactly what to do, step by step, in your real life. Chapter 1. Let me take you to a small moment, a moment that happens again and again in your life. You are watching an English video. You understand almost everything. You feel happy. You feel confident. You think, yes, I am improving. But then suddenly, someone asks you a simple question in English. Maybe, how are you? Or what did you do today? And in that moment, everything changes. Your heart starts beating fast. Your mind becomes blank. You know the answer, but you cannot say it. And after that moment, you feel disappointed. You feel small. You feel like all your learning is useless. And this moment repeats again and again until one day you stop trying. But here is something very important. That moment is not your failure. That moment is your biggest clue. It is showing you exactly what is wrong. And what is wrong is not your knowledge. It is your process. You learned English like a subject. You learned words. You learned grammar. You learned rules. But you never learned how to use English as a language of thinking. And language is not just knowledge. Language is action. Language is movement. Language is flow. Think about a child. A child does not learn grammar first. A child listens, feels, repeats, and speaks without fear. The child makes mistakes, but still speaks. And slowly, naturally, fluently, the child becomes a speaker. But you are trying to become perfect before speaking, and that is your biggest mistake. You are waiting for the perfect sentence, the perfect grammar, the perfect moment. But that perfect moment will never come, because fluency does not come from thinking. Fluency comes from doing. And now I want you to do something very simple. Look around you. Just look around your room and say one sentence in English. Just one. It can be very small. This is my room. That's it. Don't think too much. Just say it. If you did that, you already started changing your brain. Because now you are not just learning English. You are using English. And this is where your real journey begins. Chapter 2. Now let me show you something even deeper, something that will completely change the way you see English. Right now, your brain has a habit, a strong habit. When you want to say something, your brain first creates the sentence in your own language and then tries to convert it into English. This is called translation thinking, and this is the biggest enemy of speaking because translation is slow, translation is heavy, translation creates fear, and most importantly, translation breaks your natural flow. Imagine this. You want to say, I am tired, but your brain first thinks in your language, then searches for the English words, then checks grammar, and by that time, the moment is gone. Now compare this with a simple change. Instead of thinking a full sentence, you start thinking in small English words. I am tired. Slow, simple, direct. This is how you start building English inside your brain. And here is the powerful idea. You don't need big sentences. You need small, fast sentences. Instead of saying, I am going to explain what I did in the morning today, say, I wake up, I eat, I go outside. Simple, clear, real. And when you speak like this, something amazing happens. Your fear goes down. Your speed goes up. Your confidence starts growing. Because now you are not trying to be perfect. You are trying to be real. And I want you to practice this right now. Say this. I am watching this video. Now say, I want to speak English. Now say, I will start today. If you said these 3 sentences, you already took a big step. And here is something very important. Do not stop after this video, because most people feel motivated for 10 minutes and then go back to their old habit. But you are different. You are here for a reason. And in the next part, I will show you how to create a daily speaking habit, even if you are alone, even if you feel shy, even if you have no one to talk to. And this part, this next step, is where most people fail, but you will not. Part 2, Chapter 3. Now let me ask you something very honestly. What if I tell you that you don't need a partner to speak English? What if I tell you that you don't need a teacher, a classroom, or even a friend to start speaking today? Because this is where most people stop. They say, I don't have anyone to practice with. And slowly this becomes an excuse. A quiet excuse, but a powerful one. But today, I want to break that excuse completely. Because the truth is simple. The best person to practice English with is you. Yes, you. Right now, you are already talking in your mind all day. You talk about your problems, your plans, your day, your thoughts. But you do it in your own language. What if you change that just a little? What if you start talking to yourself in English? At first, it will feel strange. It will feel slow. You may feel uncomfortable. You may even feel a little silly. But listen to me. This is not weakness. This is growth. Every new skill feels strange in the beginning. So let's start very simple. In the morning when you wake up, don't touch your phone. Don't start scrolling. Just sit for a moment and say one sentence in English. I wake up. That's it. Then go to the bathroom and say, I brush my teeth. Then go to the kitchen and say, I make tea. You are not learning now. You are living English. And this changes everything. Because when you connect English with your daily actions, your brain starts building natural connections. Now, English is not something outside your life. It becomes part of your life. And slowly, without pressure, without stress, your speaking starts growing. Now imagine this. After a few days, you don't even need to force yourself. Your brain starts saying things automatically. I am tired. I am hungry. I need water. And when this happens, This is the moment your English becomes real. But here is the important part: consistency. Not one day, not 2 days, every day. Even if it is just 3 minutes, even if it is just 5 sentences. Because small daily action creates big, long-term change. And I want you to make a promise right now, not to me, but to yourself. Say this in English: I will speak every day. Say it again: I will speak every day. This is not just a sentence. This is a decision. And in the next part, I will show you something even more powerful: how to remove fear completely and speak without overthinking. Because right now, fear is still inside you, but not for long. Chapter 4. Let's talk about fear. Not grammar, not vocabulary, not fluency. Fear. Because this is the real thing that is stopping you. Not English. Fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being judged. Fear of sounding wrong. Fear of not being perfect. And this fear is silent. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It tells you, wait a little more, learn more, prepare more, then speak. But that then never comes. And slowly, this fear builds a wall between you and your voice. But today, we are breaking that wall. Listen carefully. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. Every time you stay silent, your fear becomes stronger. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, your fear becomes weaker. So the goal is not perfect English. The goal is active English. Let me give you a powerful example. A person who speaks broken English every day will become fluent. A person who waits for perfect English will stay silent. Now you decide, which person do you want to be? And here is a simple technique to destroy fear. Start speaking without thinking too much. Don't try to create perfect sentences. Just speak whatever comes. I go, market, buy food, come home. Is it perfect? No. Is it powerful? Yes, because you are speaking, and speaking creates confidence. Confidence creates speed. Speed creates fluency, and fluency creates freedom. This is the path. Not grammar first, not perfection first, action first. And I want you to try something right now. Describe your day in 3 simple sentences. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I watch video. That's enough. You don't need more. Because the goal is not to impress others. The goal is to train your brain. And once your brain is trained, everything becomes easier. Now imagine yourself after 30 days. You wake up, you speak, you walk, you think in English, you sit, you describe things in English. Slowly, quietly, powerfully, you change. And people start noticing. They ask, how did you improve? And you smile because you know you didn't wait, you started. But we are not done yet, because in the next part, I will show you how to build speed in speaking, how to stop freezing, and how to make English flow naturally from your mind. And this is where your transformation becomes visible. Part 3, Chapter 5. Now let me ask you something that might feel uncomfortable. When you try to speak English, do you feel slow? Do you feel like your brain is walking, not running? You know the words, but they come out late, broken, disconnected. And sometimes, before you even finish your sentence, you stop. This is called freezing. And freezing happens for one simple reason. Your brain is overloaded. You are trying to think of too many things at the same time. Word, grammar, correctness, what people will think. everything together. And because of that, your brain shuts down. But today we are going to change this. You don't need more knowledge. You need more speed. And speed does not come from thinking faster. It comes from thinking simpler. This is where most learners go wrong. They try to speak big sentences, long sentences, complex sentences, but your brain is not ready for that yet. So what happens? You start, and then you stop. Instead, we will use a powerful technique. Very simple, very effective, micro speaking, small sentences, very small. I wake up. I feel tired. I drink water. I go outside. This is not weakness. This is training. Because when you use small sentences, your brain moves faster. No pressure, no confusion, just flow. And when you practice this daily, something magical happens. Your brain stops freezing because now it knows what to do. Let me show you something even more powerful. Link your sentences. I wake up, then I brush, then I eat, then I go. See what happened? You just created a flow. Not perfect grammar, not perfect structure, but flow. And fluency is nothing but flow. Now I want you to practice this with me. Think about your morning. Say it like this. I wake up, I wash, I eat, I go outside. That's it. If you can say this, you are already speaking English. And here is the truth. Speed is more important than perfection in the beginning, because when you speak fast, your brain learns faster. When you wait, your brain becomes slow. So don't wait. Speak small. Speak simple. Speak now. And in the next part, I will show you how to turn this into real confidence, how to speak without fear even when people are around, and how to make English a natural part of your life. Because this is not just practice anymore. This is transformation. Chapter 6. Now let's talk about something deeper. Confidence. Not fake confidence, not temporary motivation. Real confidence. The kind of confidence where you don't stop, even if you make mistakes. The kind of confidence where you don't feel small, even if your English is not perfect. The kind of confidence where you speak because you trust yourself. But here is the truth. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes because of speaking. Most people think, I will speak when I feel confident. But the real way is, I will feel confident because I speak. This is a complete mindset shift. And once you understand this, everything changes. Let me tell you a simple story. There are two learners. The first one waits, learns more, watches more, thinks more, but speaks very little. The second one speaks daily, small sentences, broken English, but speaks. After 30 days, who is better? The second one. Why? Because confidence is built through action. Now I want you to imagine yourself in a real situation. Someone asks you, what did you do today? Before, you would freeze. But now then you say, I wake up, I work, I eat, I rest. Simple, clear, done. No pressure, no fear. And that small moment builds your confidence. And confidence grows step by step. Not in one day, not in one video, but every time you speak, it grows. Now here is something very powerful. Start using English in real life, even in small ways. When you are alone, speak. When you are walking, think in English. When you are doing something, describe it. You don't need a perfect environment. You create your environment, and slowly, English becomes part of your identity. Not something you learn, something you live. And this is the moment everything changes. But we are not finished yet, because in the next part, I will give you a simple daily system, something you can follow every day without stress, without confusion, and it will slowly make you fluent. And this is the final step. Part 4, Chapter 7. Now it's time for the most important part, the part that will decide whether you change or you stay the same. Because motivation is good, but without a system, it disappears. So today, I am giving you a very simple daily system. No pressure, no long hours, no confusion, just a small routine that can change your English step by step. Listen carefully. Morning. When you wake up, don't touch your phone immediately. Sit for 1 minute and speak 3 sentences. I wake up. I feel good. Today I will speak English. That's it. You just activated your brain. Now your brain knows English is part of your day. Afternoon. During your day, when you are doing anything, just describe it. I am eating. I am walking. I am working. No long sentences, no pressure, just awareness. Even 2 minutes is enough. Even 5 sentences are enough. Because this is not about time, this is about consistency. Night. Before sleeping, do one simple thing. Think about your day and say it in English. I wake up, I eat, I go out, I come back, I rest. That's it. Your full day in simple English. Now imagine this. Day 1, you feel slow. Day 3, you feel a little better. Day 7, you feel more comfortable. Day 15, something changes. Day 30, you are not the same person. Because now, English is not outside you. It is inside you. And this is how fluency is built. Not in one big moment, but in small, daily steps. Now I want you to remember something very important. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. You don't need big sentences. You need real sentences. You don't need confidence first. You need action first. And everything else will follow. So from today, stop waiting. Stop thinking too much. Stop preparing forever. Start speaking, even if it is small, even if it is broken, even if it is slow. Because slow speaking is better than silent thinking. And one day, you will look back, and you will realize the person who was afraid to speak is now speaking without fear. And that day will not come by luck. It will come because you started. If this video helped you, don't just watch and leave. Comment below one simple sentence about your day in English. Like this video, share it with someone who feels stuck, and subscribe to Unleash Your English, because your journey is just starting. Thanks for watching.